everyone. We have with us today Nidhi Prakash, who's got final selection calls from SLS Pune, NLU Orissa, and she's also cracked MHCET with 99.5 percentile. So, how do you feel, Nidhi, after so many accomplishments?
Firstly, I'm a little confused about my choice of colleges. Also, there is a lot of uncertainty as I am to leave home and go and a new phase of life, the hostel life awaits. So it's filled with, I'm happy but also confused and a little tense.
Okay, so but generally happy at whatever you've achieved. Okay, so it's been great having you for 2 years, but still I would finally like to know that what is the method that you adopted and what do you think were the roadblocks or the bottlenecks that you encountered in your 2 years of preparation along with managing your boards and everything?
So firstly, it has been a hectic 2 years because the pattern of CLAT is nowhere similar to what we study for our boards. It's more of a subjective thing, and CLAT is more about in-depth knowledge and objective MCQ type questions. So there is a dissimilarity between the two, and balancing them was, of course, a little bit tricky. However, the key to it is that do not leave either of them. You have to manage and balance both of it at the same time. So even when I had my board exam, qualifying exams or pre-boards in school, I made it a point to come here and give the mocks. I used to talk to ma'am a lot how to manage and that I'll be giving a little more time there. So ma'am used to say, just come and appear for the mocks and analyze the mocks. So for the time being that my pre-boards went on in school, I would just stick to the mocks and analyzing them.
Okay, so like in terms of, let's talk about the mocks, right? So initially when you started taking the mocks, I'm sure you did not score too much.
Yeah.
So like say from a level that you started maybe in the month of maybe May, right?
Yes.
And right up to September, October if we see. So what would you say was the jump in terms of the marks, and what do you think specifically went behind that effort, or what was the effort which went into that marks increase? What would it be?
More than the increase in marks, I could see a visible change in my psyche as I attempted those mocks.
Okay.
The first time I sat for the mock, it was so unbearable. It was like 2 hours of reading, and each passage was about 500 words.
Correct.
So as sir pointed out, it was reading fatigue. So gradually, as I gave on mocks, I encountered that. I also asked out my teachers for help. Because it's a reading heavy paper, you have to read passages for each of the sections. Even for maths, there has to be a passage that has to be read and interpreted. So I got a lot of insights that how I should read editorials, and ma'am, as you had suggested, that not just editorials, she told me to read anything of my choice. So that also really helped me to boost my reading speed and attempt the paper in the stipulated time frame.
Okay, and what about the other sections? So just reading anything and the editorials, did it help you for your legal section as well as for your GK, or maybe for math as well? Or
so legal section, I would say the entire thing is from the passage. However, if you have prior knowledge about the concepts and the terms, the legal terminology, that will be quite helpful in quickly comprehending the passage. So if I see a certain legal term for the first time, I might not know what that means.
Correct.
However, if I have prior knowledge, then I could just give it a skim read and attempt the question. So I wouldn't have to delve deep during the exam since I would already have prior knowledge.
And what about GK?
GK, the thing is, I got a lot of guidance from the teachers. Saurav sir told us how to make notes. Initially, I was really confused because I made the notes date-wise. As the events happened, I just jotted them down, and when I would study, I thought I wasn't retaining anything. So Saurav sir pointed out that instead of a date-wise format, I should adopt a topic-wise, a section-wise thing. So I made different sections, say for space and technology, for geopolitics, for conflicts, global conflicts, and so on. And as the events developed, I could just keep adding on points in the sections. Yeah.
Okay.
So that made revision quite easier.
Okay. Another very typical question that I wanted to ask you is, you scored very well in the math section. That has always served you well. Now, most people who take CLAT, or most students that we have here, they're very math averse. So anything that you would like to say so that they have an interest or a penchant towards doing math, so that obviously they can score in that section. So anything in particular?
The thing is that in English and logic, there cannot be a short answer. You cannot be absolutely 100% sure that the approach of thinking that you are applying has to be correct. So there is a slight doubt in those sections. However, in maths, it was for me that if I've solved it correctly, I know my answer is correct.
Correct.
I know it's 100% correct. So that is why I gave quite a lot of emphasis on maths. And maths, there is little doubt. If you have solved it correctly, if you have confidence that you've solved it correctly, there is no other approach to it, and your answer has to be correct. So that is why I always attempted maths. However, during the final day, I attempted maths after the logical section, and logical reasoning had that one passage of seating arrangement. So I put in a lot of time into it, and I also, because of which I committed silly mistakes in maths. So a tip to the juniors would be that trust yourself. The question might be wrong. While I was attempting that question, I made the seating plan, and when I got to the questions, I was like, how am I not getting this? If my seating arrangement is correct, why am I not getting the answer?
That's correct.
So the key is to have faith in yourself and what you're doing and keep calm. Do not make silly mistakes like I did.
Okay, so any other tips that you would like to give? Yeah, this is thing I think is very, very important, that you need to stay very calm despite whatever. Maybe you cannot do the first 10 questions, or maybe an entire section seems very corrupt, but in the face of that adversity, you need to really kind of hold your ground.
And have faith in yourself. I thought that I'm doing something wrong. I've made a mistake. So that is why I'm not being able to solve the passage. However, that should be there in your psyche that the question might be wrong.
So there is a point for the question
Yeah,
also to be wrong, which we need to keep in mind. So I think, but whatever said and done, I think an excellent journey, an excellent student. So that's like sacrosanct, goes without saying. And I think all the very best in whatever you do, you'll excel in whatever you do. So I think I'm very, very confident. Congratulations and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.